Hi guys, welcome back to Reasonable Radiance Hair. This video is going to be a little bit fast forwarded because it's a little bit basic in the beginning. I already braided my hair down. This is just going to be a regular install that I typically do on myself. I only have a few braids, so don't mind that because my hair is fine and curly. All I have to do is braid it down and it will flatten to this type of way. So I'm using some Got2b glue gel, the yellow one, and I'm just molding my hair down so that it can be as flat as possible in the front so that when I do my bald cap method, I don't have to worry about any stray hair standing up. You're definitely going to need a blow dryer for any type of lace installs that you're doing that use any type of gel, adhesive. I even use my blow dryer when I'm using tape because it helps melt down the tape. So after you do that, you're going to want to get a cap that's similar to your skin tone color, or you can get a nude color cap and use a lot of foundation or concealer. I do like to get the cap that is close to my skin tone for a little bit more ease when applying the lace and less buildup from the makeup. This here is Ghost Bond with moisture control. I use several different types of lace wig adhesives. I use Cling, I use Bold Hold, I use Walkers, I use Ghost Bond. It's several different types. In my opinion, it is more so about how the install is applied rather than the type of adhesive. But I do prefer the adhesives that have a clear color to them once they dry, not when they begin. The ones that are clear initially, like some of the Walkers, are very sticky and a little bit too messy for me. So I do like the ones that are in tubes. That way it applies easier, it goes on clear, and this is what I'm using as a light coating just to get my cap down. Using a little bit of Got2b spray as well to keep my cap down, and this is how I do my bald cap. So once it is completely pretty much clear and dry, you just take some scissors. I use fabric scissors and I cut all of the excess cap away. So you try to get as close to your skin as possible. Be careful, do not cut yourself. The scissors I'm using are extremely sharp. Some people use eyebrow scissors that are extremely sharp, so be careful not to cut yourself. Excuse my daughter, so don't mind her. But just cut the excess cap off, continue around all the way up to your ear, because the point is to have an illusion of having no hair at all. It is the bald cap method. So you want to appear to be bald before you're putting this unit on top of your head. So I'm just cutting off the excess cap, and as you can see, talking to my kids about staying out of my video, and I'm almost done. Once I complete this and make sure all of it's done as much as I can off with the scissors, I am going to use some Got2b freeze spray hairspray. It will make it go a little bit further in, because once you cut it with the scissors, there will be little bitty pieces at the top and the tips that will lift up. So you want to have something like this hairspray to hold it down. Again, with your hair dryer, this is going to put it in a mode effect, giving that illusion of not having any hair at all. All I'm about to do with my braids in the back is put it in a ponytail with this cap on top of it, like in a little ball, and that'll be flat enough foundation for me to put on my lace. After I have it all down as much as I can, I am going to use alcohol to clean up right before the illusion bald cap that I've put on. So I'm going to clean it just to make it very nice, so that when I put the adhesive on and the tape, it sticks without any type of problems. So this is from my line reasonableradiancehair.com. This is one of our full lace units. It has already been customized like you saw on the previous video. It's 16 inches body wave, and it can be installed to wear up, down, parted, wherever, which is the full lace. I already customized it and plucked it to my desire, which we did say you can pluck it as much or as least as you'd like. So once I plucked it, now I'm fitting it where I would like it on my hairline. Everyone's hairline is different. My head is pretty small, so I always have to make sure the wig is not too baggy, but typically everything is on point. So now you just want to make sure all the hair is out of the way so that you can put it down and match that up to look like the hairline that you're looking for. At this point, if you have to do any more plucking, you can do that. If you want to adjust it to make sure your cap is not showing, you can do that. I always make sure the hairline to my lace is a little bit before I actually put the cap. I don't like it to go right at the cap. I like it to go a little bit before. Some people do this because they want to have a smaller head, like forehead. Some people do it because it's better for them to not have any type of adhesive near their hair. And if you can see through this cap, my hairline is a little bit back, and I'm gonna have the adhesive. So I was listening to the radio, excuse me, because one of my jams must have came on. So right here I'm using some lace tape. I use Walker's. I really like how it holds. It comes in different sizes. I use this size, but I do put a couple of different strips. Sometimes I use the larger size, but I feel when you use the smaller size, it gives the lace a little bit more area to move a little bit as a natural scalp would, but it won't allow it to lift or shift on your head. So this is what I use. Some people use the no slip band. I haven't used that or tried it yet, but I guess I'll try it eventually. Right now I use the lace tape because I like to have security pretty much all the way through. So you just put that on and press it in for a little bit, and I use a set of tweezers to remove the paper from the outside of it. It is double-sided tape and it is extremely sticky, so you want to use as little bit of touch with your fingers as possible in order to avoid picking the tape up on accident or taking any of the stickiness away from it. So I use tweezers for pretty much all of it, and there you see that I have 3 rolls of the tape. I believe this one is the 1/2 inch, and I also will pick up the Gold Bond and just right before that tape give me a few dots around. This you're going to do just so that the very edge of the lace lays down and melts into your forehead for the most part. And right now you're just going to spread the glue out so that it dries accordingly, because once it dries you want it to look clear before you add another coat, or you can just install your lace at that point. It's up to how you want to do it, how much adhesive you need. I use 2 coats for the most part, and my lace stays for about 2-3 weeks, maybe longer. It's pretty much when I want it to come up is when it comes up, and it's very little touch-ups. And when I do a touch-up, it's not with any glue. It's more so just to keep my baby hairs in order and just make sure nothing is caking up or any of that in case I wore makeup through the time of my install. So this is my second layer. I'm just going to do that now that the first layer is clear. I'm going to spread that out a little bit just like I did the first layer, and I'm going to let it dry until it's clear. So now that everything is clear, I just used a little bit of conditioner water in my spray bottle just to get any of the flyaway hairs away from the front of my lace, so that when I lay it, I can try to grab as least amount of flyaway hairs into the adhesive or the tape as possible. I just want the lace on the tape and the adhesive, none of the actual hair. So this takes me a little minute, so y'all give me a second, because when the tape is in the back and you're trying to get the front to lay perfectly with the front of your lace, you want to do it slowly. You know, take your time. It's up to you if you decide to start from the side, the middle, or however you choose. I wasn't sure how at this point I wanted to start. The middle is always nice for me to start that way, and once you do it several times, you'll realize how much you need on each side, so you'll know where to start in the middle. My advice is do not press in your tape or glue right away. Just set it down lightly, because the adhesive and the tape will grab onto your lace. So just set it very lightly and just kind of check out if that's where you want it to be, and make sure it's falling into the front adhesive correctly. Make sure it's no ripples up in that tape on the scalp area, no hairs underneath, which is what I'm doing now. And then just place it down slowly in place of where you want it to be. It'll fall in place. So I pretty much got it where I wanted. You see, I'm making sure the top is stretched through and rubbed out, making sure there's no ripples on the tape throughout the scalp, pulling down that sideburn right there and just making sure it's falling where the adhesive is. The goal is to make your hairline as least sticky as possible. You do not want to feel stickiness along your hairline. Then you're going to feel like you have to have baby hairs. And on this look, I'm not going for baby hairs. I'm not going for anything but pretty much a natural hairline. This is the full lace that is a regular full lace from my line. I also have HD products as well listed on the site. Right now, the only thing that's listed is closures and frontals. Wigs are available and they will be listed. If you need one before it's listed, you can just email me at reasonableradiance@gmail.com. So all I'm doing now is separating my hair from the rest of the hair, separating my sideburns of how I would like it, pressing in that lace a little bit more. I'm sorry I keep moving forward because the mirror is in front of me and I'm still learning how to position my camera best, but this is the best I was able to do. But I'm just pushing in my lace a little bit more, working on the hairline looking a little bit more seamless, combing it through, making sure there's no tangles through after, that whole install process. A lot could be going on back there, but everything is good with my hair. It's very tangle free. It is very shed free. It looks very natural and it is very soft and long lasting. So this is the body wave, and with me just putting down the sideburns, that one I'm gonna cut a little bit just so that I can get the look that I'm looking for. But no baby hairs on this look is what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna check it out, look all around to see is there any type of lace part that I want to have lifted that I need to put down. Right now I'm going throughout to make sure that the scalp does not have ripples, make sure it's pressed into that tape and melting in there. And that way it makes for a long lasting install. My installs on me do not come off until I take them off. So this is the look that I was going for. I'm gonna just let it wrap up and bake, and this is what I got. I wanted my hairline to not have baby hairs, just to have a seamless, very flawless appearance. This again is not the HD. This is just my regular line laces. This is how natural they look. So if you are on a budget and don't want to look into HD right away, you can get a regular lace and still look extremely natural. Look at the prior video on how to best customize it. If you have any questions, you can email me. Please follow me on Instagram at reasonable_radiance1 and Facebook Reasonable Radiance. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Share this video. Thanks so much, guys.